Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CHK. We will take a look at the daily time frame. I've done this analysis several times before, but it's been a while since the last update I did. So want to get things updated here, especially from a charting perspective, as the price made a pretty significant breakdown today and then is now approaching a very key level from a charting perspective. But let's first kind of talk about this breakdown and the significant breakdown, and that was right here at essentially the $4.15 mark. Why was this level important? Well, if you go back through the history of the chart, you can see right there, acted as support, general vicinity acted as support, general vicinity acted as support, bounced directly off it. So point here being right around 415 has been a historic area where the price is held strong. However, that finally failed today as the price is broken down through it. Now, I'm not saying that this means that the price is headed down to $3 tomorrow. I am just saying that from a technical point of view, that's a pretty significant, price movement that occurred today, and it very quickly brings about the next level. But before we get to that, this is where our short-term level of resistance comes into play, which is based on a foundational rule in charts, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So if there is any sort of attempted bounce to the upside, that first key level of resistance that'll need to be broken and back up above is $4.15. Now, I alluded to the fact that there's kind of another key level that comes into play, and that level is right here, the pink line there, which on my chart illustrates and represents, represents the 200-day simple moving average. And even if you have a very basic understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 200-day, and you know that when the price is above it, you definitely want to see the price stay above it, because that implies that the overall trend is still bullish and that the bulls have a chance. Whereas if the price comes down here and cracks below it, and then worse yet, starts to separate further and further to the downside of it, that would imply that this chart, there's a problem, and essentially it's a broken chart. Right now, can you say that the chart has lost some attractiveness? Sure, the chart has lost some attractiveness, but you can't say that the chart's totally ruined, or you can't say that it's broken. But if the price, like I said, goes down to that pink line, cracks down through it, and then after it breaks through it, just continues to kind of separate and pull one of these maneuvers where maybe it bounces back up, but it just keeps on going down. At that point, you have a broken chart, and it becomes a matter of, just how nasty is the pullback going to get. But as it stands right now, that 200-day hasn't even been tested. So we'll see what happens with it tomorrow, but should be pretty interesting price action. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.